quiet, Jesse. Okay, I will call the meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. I want to remind you, can you please sign in on the sheet back here, right behind Bernadette. If you come up to the podium, please state and then spell your last name. That is for the record. To start off today, is there any public comment on subjects not on the agenda that the Commission has jurisdiction over?
Daleen has something here.
Yes,
sorry,
please.
I moved it. On the website. YouTube has a message that says, sorry, live chat is currently unavailable. So if you have public comment, please email cmedia@broadwatercountymt.gov to provide public comment during the live meeting, and please provide your first and last name for your comment to be read into the record. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment?
I have a couple things. Goose Bay Road, I don't even remember when way before I got here, it was approved for a grant, and then it was delayed and delayed and delayed. It is moving forward in 2027, which seems like a long ways off, but it's not. But that group is having monthly check-in updates, and we had our second one yesterday. So at some point in the summer, there will be people out there working. That doesn't mean it's going to happen this year. They're just doing their prep work. So I'm sure we're going to get calls, people excited that it's going to be this year. It is not. And then, I put my glasses back on. Crow Creek has road closures that started a couple days ago and will probably go through September. And that's been posted in the newspaper and a lot of things, but that's a big deal. And then Aaron Weber with the Forest Service here in Townsend just emailed me this morning that Jericho fire, it has nothing to do, it's not in Broadwater County, but he wanted us to know that some of his fire staff are there helping out. And just as he said, a kind of a warning for this summer might be tough. So kind of watch what you're doing, camping with fires and everything. So we will hope that all the firemen are safe. That is it.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment?
I had one thing really fast too. We just got an email from Kathy Thompson with Staley Engineering about an update on the Old Town Bridge project, and this was like about 15 minutes ago, so it's hot off the press for us. But they are working with the contractors. They are tentatively planning on being on site starting construction the week of July 14th for the Old Town Bridge project. Nothing is set in stone yet. They're still tentative. There's a couple meetings they got to have with the contractors and the counties, but that is the tentative date for the contractors to be on the ground July 14th to start the construction. Finally.
That's good news.
And they are going to post the schedule on Staley Engineers' website from the schedule from the contractor, and keep that updated as often as they can.
On the Staley
On
site?
Staley's, yep. It's there's an Old Town Bridge project page, so they're going to keep it all, update that as frequently as possible.
Perfect. Okay, that's good to hear. I think there'll be a lot of people very happy that that project is moving forward,
Yeah.
finally. Okay, is there any other public comment for items not on the agenda? Anybody? All right, thank you. We'll move on. First up, Broadwater School and Community Library Chief Librarian Angela Giono and Joint Library Board of Trustees update and budget update. Come on up, yeah.
Angela, Giono. I am the Chief Librarian at Broadwater School and Community Library. I have emailed you in advance the budget that both the library board and the school board have approved. So if you have any questions regarding it or anything like that, I would be happy to answer any questions you may have about the budget.
Andy, we can, this year we will be contributing $79,995. The school does contribute quite a bit more.
Correct.
And just to remind people, it is a joint community and school library. But it is housed at the school.
Correct. Currently in the summer, I think that there's an increase to about 35 hours a week. We are not open on Sundays in the summer. But during the school year, it's down to, I believe, 31. And then we're open on Sundays. We try to give the county more hours during the summer when the schools are out, so that there's more opportunity for them to come in and get books and materials and things like that. So we try to up that. By law, we have to provide at least 30 hours according to our population.
Okay. Is there a place people can get information on the library and what programs are going on?
There is on the school website. We have an icon on the school website at townsend.k12.mt.us. And I requested a separate tab so it's easy to find in there, and there should be postings regularly on there. Also, I've asked the school to post stuff on Facebook as well.
Yes, we definitely run on Facebook.
Right, right.
Okay, is there anything else? I mean, the library seems they have a lot going on. You guys, the Old Baldy?
Old Baldy Community Ed is done currently through the Reading Leaves.
Okay.
We are talking amongst ourselves. I only have 2 other staff members and they're part-time, but we are talking about some things, some opportunities that are coming up. We're hoping to maybe in the fall do a couple more activities for the community and things, but we always have the book club and things like that, and Reading Leaves that does that for us and stuff, so we do have some opportunities there online for that kind of thing.
And you guys have a book,
the book club.
Kindle. You have a book club, but you have a Kindle reader loan, like a loan.
Yes, we do have Kindle readers that you can loan out from the library, yes.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions?
I do. What are your summer hours? Are you seeing that up on Sunday?
Okay, so I get confused. Summer hours are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are 1 to 7. Friday and Saturday, they're 9 to 4.
Thank you.
You guys do not do like the story hour, right?
We
for the
do.
summer?
We don't do the story hour, but we do the summer reading program. Vicki Harvey's already started that. It looks like we've had some good participation. I think she said she had 35 children with the first program that we started. She sent me an email yesterday that we already have a kid who's already completed the summer reading program. So he already read his 35 hours or something already, and we we keep in touch regularly about what's going on and things like that. So we text back and forth with staff and
Do the
stuff,
kids do they get some kind of school?
There's some prizes. I was able to increase the prizes this year because we had a federation, which is the libraries. We're in a federation with Bozeman, clear to Drummond, and around this quarter of the state. And we did not have an in-person meeting like we normally do in Butte. So they allowed us to do webinar, and we use the extra money from not having the motel and stuff, and they've given that back to us. And I think it amounted to like $387. So I gave it to the summer reading program so they can buy some more prizes and stuff. So they get prizes for the summer reading program.
Okay, good to know. Anybody else have questions?
I don't have any. No.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Next up on the agenda is discussion decision. Nicole Brown, Community Development and Planning Director, Hirschberger Boundary Relocation Exemption Request. Sections 8 and 9, Township 5 North and Range 2 East.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Oh.
Nicole Brown.
Commissioner Swenson will be recusing himself. Thank you.
Here to present the Hirschberger boundary relocation. The deadline for the county to take action is July 2nd, which means you still have 2 available meetings. 2? Yeah, and the 2nd is a Wednesday. Nice. Should you choose to table this, you still have 2 weeks to make your decision. You should have in front of you the staff report, the certificate of survey, as long as the affidavit exemption request. So with that, I am going to read my staff report into the record. It is quite brief. The applicants are Clifford and Rhoda Hirschberger of Charleston, Montana. Exemption request, as presented to the Broadwater County Commissioners, is a proposal to amend 2 lots from a previous boundary location survey. The Hirschbergers are proposing a boundary location between 2 parcels owned jointly. 2 words. Owned jointly by them. Tract F of COS 2-669 is currently 116.21 acres, and amended Tract D of COS 2-669 is 20 acres. This proposed boundary relocation would cause Tract F to expand in size to 130.67 acres, and amended Tract D to decrease in size to 5.54 acres. Boundary relocation statutes. Montana Code Annotated 763207-1A provides for divisions made outside of platted subdivisions for the purpose of relocating common boundary lines between adjoining properties. Montana Code Annotated 764103 provides sanitation exemptions for parcels greater than 20 acres in size, exclusive of public roadways, are not subject to Department of Environmental Quality review. Only amended Tract F will continue to be greater than 20 acres in size if the use of this exemption is approved. Second amended Tract D will be subject to Department of Environmental Quality review and approval since it will become less than 20 acres in size. The owners of the parcels are requesting approval of the use of the boundary relocation exemption. The properties are located off Antler Lane via River Road in portions of Sections 8 and 9, Township 5 North, Range 2 East, approximately 1 3/4 miles north of Montana Highway 285. Existing development and uses. Amended Tract F currently has 1 home site on the parcel. Second amended tract is a vacant land but will have 1 home site on it upon approval of this exemption request and DEQ approval. Adjacent land use to the north is agricultural with some scattered residences. To the east is the Missouri River. To the south and west are agricultural. Project uses for wastewater. Amended Tract F will continue to be subject to review and/or approval from the Environmental Health Office and subject to 1736-9 of the Administrative Rules of Montana, hereby possibly not mitigating impacts to adjacent properties. The septic system has been approved and permitted pursuant to the Broadwater County On-Site Wastewater Treatment System regulations. According to the affidavit, DEQ approval has already been obtained. The on-site wastewater treatment system permit will be issued by the Broadwater County Environmental Health Officer prior to installation of the system. Access. The property is located directly east of River Road, which is a county road. However, the direct access road to these parcels is Antler Lane, which is a private road, and no approach permits will be required. Water. An exempt well is being utilized by the home site on amended Tract F. Likely, an exempt well will be utilized by any future home sites on the second amended Tract D. These exempt wells are permitted by the Department of Natural Resources and Conservation. Public health and safety. The proposed division has minimal potential to have adverse impacts on public health and safety since only 1 new structure is being proposed. Conclusion. Pursuant to 763207-1 MCA, which states, unless the method of disposition is adopted for the purpose of evading this chapter, the following divisions or aggregations of tracts of record of any size, regardless of the resulting size of any lot created by the division or aggregation, are not subdivisions under this chapter, but are subject to the surveying requirements of 763401 for divisions or aggregations of land other than subdivision, and are subject to applicable zoning regulations adopted under Title 76, Chapter 2, Sub-Item A, divisions made outside of platted subdivisions for the purpose of relocating common boundary lines between adjoining properties. There is an existing 60-foot private access and utility easement along the northern boundary of both parcels. The easement provides access to the parcels from River Road. So in looking at the certificate of survey, you can see the second amended tract D parcel is being minimized in acreage, and according to the affidavit, it is to allow this this parcel to be utilized as a home site for a widow. So the Hirschbergers own both parcels, and instead of simply transferring the larger parcel to the widow, they wanted to give her a smaller, more manageable parcel and then take the rest of their existing property and add it to their agricultural acreage. So no new lots being created.
Right. And when I was reading that, I'm assuming is the widow, I don't want to assume anything, is the widow a family member?
I'm not certain of that.
I guess, I mean, it really doesn't matter since they're just doing boundary location. They don't plan on selling that lot. There's just a house.
Yeah, and even if they were, Madam Chair, I'm sorry if you'd like me to respond. Even if they were to desire to sell it, they could, because it is an existing parcel. So boundary locations don't have that same caveat as family transfers where they have to be held in ownership for 2 years.
Right.
Because it is an existing parcel.
Thank you for that. I thought it was pretty straightforward. I read through everything. I didn't have any questions. Commissioner Randolph, did you have?
I did not have any questions either. Very, very clear to me. I have no concerns whatsoever.
Did you have anything else with that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Would you like to make a motion?
I would move to approve the boundary relocation for Hirschberger's boundary relocation exemption.
All right, I will second that. There's been a motion and a second to approve the Hirschberger boundary relocation exemption request. Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on. Excuse me. To the consent agenda. First thing I would like to do is have us just go over the bylaws for Board of Health. Finally, we're able to get this signed by the board. And the signature page is on the back. Just see if anybody had any questions. And again, like we've said with other boards, all our county boards, I think we kind of want to keep looking at bylaws and maybe simplifying bylaws into something a little more standardized, and then add the individual board specifics if necessary. But
I did not have any questions.
I do not either.
okay. Is there a motion?
I would move to approve the Broadwater County Board of Health bylaws.
I'll second that.
Okay. There's been a motion and a second to approve the Broadwater County Board of Health bylaws. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Okay. Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank you. There's a spot for you on there. Okay, next thing we have are commission meeting minutes from June 4th.
I would move to approve the minutes from June 4th Commission meeting.
I will second that.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second to approve minutes from the June 4th commission meeting. Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Okay, we've got a pile of claims. First claim is for $11,255.57.
I would move to approve the claims in the amount of $11,255.57.
I will second that.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second to approve claims for $11,255.57. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank you. Okay, next set of claims is for $11,973.57.
I'd move to approve the claims in the amount of $11,973.57.
I'll second that.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second to approve claims for $11,973.57. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank you. All right, next set of claims, $31,986.27.
I would move to approve the claims in the amount of $31,986.27.
I will second that.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second to approve claims for $31,986.27. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank you. All right, next we have payroll claims in the amount of $282,661.15.
I'd move to approve the payroll claims in the amount of $282,661.15.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second to approve payroll claims for the amount of $282,661.15. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. This next one. This next one is for $8,897.08.
And how many cents?
8.
8. I would move to approve the claims in the amount of $8,897.08.
I will second that.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second to approve claims in the amount of $8,897.08. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. All right, last set of claims, $5,393.73.
I'll move to approve the claims in the amount of $5,393.73.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second to approve claims for $5,393.73. Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Sorry. It's a little easier. Thank you. All right. Is there any other public comment? Any other thoughts? Anything anyone wants to add?
I don't have anything.
Announcements? No? Okay, we will adjourn.